Hello, welcome back. So, what did we do last? Oh yeah, okay. So I have notes. We have got ourselves out of 3 issues. The 4th one is the counterfeit collectibles, and we have to bribe the Oro with a glass eye. So, let's go do that. Oh, okay, I clicked on this screen down here again. Give it a second, there we go. So, brilliant. Okay, yeah. So it's at the right point. Yeah. Hemlock's case is dismissed after Guybrush tampers with his fierce, stiffened cat, causing it to seem and spring to life in open court. Okay. Okay.
Hey, guard! What do you want? I'd like to return to court to defend my client. Alrighty then, let's find Judge Grindstump.
That's not what I want.
The Pirate Court of Flotsam Island is back in session.
Oh, stop pressing escape.
The Right Honourable Wallace P. Grindstump presiding.
Time is grog, Captain!
Your Honour, I'd like to call a recess to confer with my client.
Bailiff, please escort Captain Threepwood to the brig!
Aye, aye, Your Honour.
Okay, so what I actually want
Hey,
to
guard!
do
What do you want?
is speak to my lawyer.
I want to see my lawyer. Again? He's not getting any smarter.
Okay, so I assume we get the glass eye from the glass worker. Since we no longer have cups. Yeah, we no longer have cups. We still have the leg lamp though.
Hello there, uninformed man on the street.
What do you want?
I see you can make a glass leg, but tell me, can you make a glass eye?
Aye. But not just any glass eyes. Genuine imitation eyes made from the crystal reef themselves.
Right.
Genuine imitation eyes?
Okay, I'm not
That's
after
right.
this.
They'll imitate.
Uh,
Again?
Okay, so
He's not getting any smarter.
the children came bursting in, and I don't know how. Well, I do know how, but what I mean is, they shouldn't be able to leave their rooms because Beatrix is too small to reach her bedroom door handle, and Fred can't lift his baby gate to open it. So when they're put in their bedrooms, they should be in there for the night. So even if they want to get up and play with the toys or whatever they've got in their bedroom, we check on them like an hour later and they're in bed asleep. Or yesterday Fred fell asleep he's got a big toy shark from IKEA and he fell asleep on that in his doorway. So I lifted him and the shark and put him in bed and covered him over and stuff. So they shouldn't be able to escape their rooms, but I think Fred's baby gate hasn't been fully closed, so it'll close, but the top bit, the latch, hadn't gone in. So I think he's been pushing against it and he somehow managed to lift it and it's open that way and he can reach Beatrix's bedroom door. So he's got himself out, opened her door so they can be little monsters together, and luckily they immediately come in here instead of going off to do monstrous things in other parts of the house. So I've just put them both back to bed and Fred's baby gate is now fully closed. So if I hear him escape, then we've got a bigger problem on our hands because he can just escape baby gates. Excuse me. So we'll do this again.
Hello there, uninformed man on the street.
What do you want?
I see you can make a glass leg, but tell me, can you make a glass eye?
Aye. But not just any glass eyes. Genuine imitation eyes made from the crystal wreaths themselves.
Genuine imitation eyes?
That's right. They'll imitate the eye color of anyone they see. You just point them at someone's eyes, give them a few seconds to set, and shazam! All new eye color. When you got a color you like, just pop it in your eye socket, and it'll stay that way forever.
I'm intrigued and cautiously optimistic. How much?
Here, try out this defective one for free.
Defective?
Aye, it's a little nearsighted, so you'll have to get up real close to the subject to capture their eye color.
Thanks. I take back all the nasty things I wrote in my diary about you.
Okay.
Are you not outraged by this ridiculous trial?
Well, I'm just glad that scum-sucking Threepwood will finally be brought to justice.
I'm Threepwood.
Speaking of which, shouldn't you be in a holding cell or something?
We, get a 10-minute break every hour. It's the law. I'll see you in your, pectorals later.
Yeah, well, the three of us will be waiting.
I love that he thinks he has... No, he does have 2 pets. That makes sense. Okay, so he wants... Oh, let's talk to this guy.
Hi there, Double Peg. Ah, how's Miss Barfy Whiskers doing?
What? Barfy Whiskers? For the last time, you doubting dunce. Her name is Miss Pretty Whiskers.
See ya.
Okay, so what I was wanting to do was use the eye on him, but it doesn't give me an option to use inventory items while he's poxing out. So we need to find someone who is having a pox out and being pissy that we can use the
Who goes there? It's me, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate at law.
Oh, Councillor Threepwood! What can I do for you?
How's the pox of LeChuck treating you?
Oh, it's not so bad. I mean, there is the incessant drive to commit acts of monstrous evil, of course. It's a bit of a drag on the social life. But my pillaging swing has never been better. So, I guess you could say it's a bit of a wash. Tell you one thing I didn't expect. The slaw cravings. I mean, honestly, mate, what's that all about?
slaw, as in cold slaw?
No hard feelings about being humiliated in open court?
No worries, mate. I've been humiliated so often it's kinda second nature to me by now.
Great.
Besides, I didn't really think it was much of a case anyway. But that Stan fella, he seemed to think I could make a pretty piece of it off of your untimely execution. So I figured, what the heck?
Thanks for that.
I'd like to go into the jungle. I need to talk to a large voodoo lady about a not-so-large sponge.
Sorry, mate. I'm afraid I can't allow prisoners to wander out into the jungle. You might get lost or go into hiding.
But I'm not a prisoner. I'm the prisoner's attorney, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate at law.
Well, that is a stumper, all right. But just to be on the safe side, I think it would be for the best if I kept both Guybrush Threepwoods out of the jungle until their trials are over.
Okay. So we can't get him to pox out. Who else poxes out? You don't have pox. Ara doesn't have pox. The judge. The judge is pox-ridden.
Who go? Oh, it's you.
I'd like to return to court to defend my client.
All righty then. Let's find Judge Grindstump. The Pirate Court of Flotsam Island is back in session. The Right Honourable Wallace P. Grindstump presiding.
Time is grog, Captain.
I object
To what?
to this trial, to your hat, to the way my beard's itching. I also object to the way that guy's looking at me, and to this hook, and
Captain Threepwood, you will cease your foolish distractions before we come down and cease them for you!
hold that crazy pose. Gotcha!
Right, where were we?
Do I call him as a witness?
I'd like to call Joaquin Jacinto de Meara Alfonso de Oro to the stand.
Joaquin de Oro. Do you swear on Blackbeard's log to tell the truth to the best of your ability as a grog-swilling, backstabbing pirate?
See?
Senor de Oro.
Captain Doro.
Yes, of course. Why are you here today?
I was recently arrested for trying to sell a counterfeit Dark Ninja Dave porcelain power pirate figurine. A counterfeit figurine crafted by Guybrush Threepwood.
Actually, that wasn't so surprising.
Your witness, counselor.
Don't bribe in front of the judge. Okay, so let's call a recess.
Your Honor, I'd like to call a recess to confer with my client.
Bailiff, please escort Captain Threepwood to the brig.
Aye, aye, Your Honor.
Alright, so let's talk to
Hey,
him.
guard!
What do you want?
I'd like to talk to my lawyer.
I want to see my lawyer.
Again?
Not getting any smarter.
Okay.
Captain Doro?
Do you have it?
One nigh indestructible glass eye. Pox-colored, just like all the cool pirates are wearing them.
Hutchison, Topeka, and Santa Fe! Ay, 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 ay. My eye is really scary.
Now, according to Crimp Digit, all you have to do to set it is pop it in your eye socket. Ooh,
How do I look?
dangerous.
I think you mean dangerously cool, eh?
Sure, whatever. Now, about your testimony.
No problem, mi amigo. Just call me back to the stand and ask me about this.
Your Dark Ninja Dave Porcelain Power Pirates treasure map? I'll just smuggle this into here.
In my, let's say, mouth.
Ugh. Beautiful. In an orifice. We'll say it's my mouth.
Who go? Oh, it's you.
I'd like to return to court to defend my client.
All righty then. Let's find Judge Grindstump. The Pirate Court of Flotsam Island is...
Yes, yes, get on with it.
I'd like to recall Captain Doro to the stand.
Can someone pull De Oro out of his cell?
The court would like to remind Captain Doro that he is still under oath.
See?
Captain Doro, what can you tell me about this map?
Objection!
Defense Exhibit 42, Your Honor. This is the map the witness used to find his Dark Ninja Dave Power Pirate.
I'll allow it. But shut your eternally flapping mouth, you festering chumhole!
Continue.
I purchased this map at eBay 6 months ago from a traveling salesman with a plaid jacket and waving arms. He said that it was an authentic Dark Ninja Dave Porcelain Power Pirate's treasure map, but I have since learned that it was just as counterfeit as the Power Pirate it led me to.
And who was the dastardly swindler who sold you this map?
It was...
Hey, would you look at that? I've misfiled my Glorious Mundus. Your Honor, on behalf of the Porcelain Power Pirates Corporation, I'd like to ask that all charges pertaining to the unfortunate counterfeiting of the Dark Ninja Dave action figure be dropped against Captains Joaquin D'Oro and Guybrush Threepwood.
Smart move, Counselor. In the matter of Porcelain Power Pirates versus D'Oro versus Threepwood, etc., 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 this court finds in favor of the defendants.
All this justice? Where's the hangings?
You want hangings? Just keep it up, you swabs! Let's see
We are
here.
free!
Cleared? Dropped? Yes. Congratulations, Captain Threepwood. It appears that you have successfully gotten yourself out from under your various civil charges.
Shiver me timbers, Stumpy. I guess I'll be going now.
Hold on, what's this? There appears to be a criminal charge on the other side of this blasted paper.
Huh? Assault with molten nacho cheese isn't criminal? What else is there?
The creation, incubation, dissemination, proliferation, and mastication of a pox or pox-like affliction. A Class 1 felonious act here on Flotsam.
Oh, grot.
How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
On what grounds?
Fox isn't my fault.
The pox isn't my fault. It's LeChuck's. It all started with the cursed cutlass of Kaflu. Off the Rock of Gelato, LeChuck was doing something evil with monkeys, and I was all brrr. But then LeChuck broke my root beer bottle, and I had to substitute some of the voodoo lady's ingredients, and then LeChuck turned into a human, and all this voodoo went boom, and... well, it's not my fault.
Your Honor, the defendant is hand-waving. And believe me, I know from hand-waving. But seriously, we all know that the cloud of pox vexing this fair island arrived soon after the defendant and his oozing appendage crept upon these shores.
Disgusting it was.
Then, after infecting everyone in sight, the pox cloud magically blew away at exactly the same moment that Guybrush sailed away, stealing Flotsam's only ship, I might add.
That's right! Hey, I won that ship, fair and square.
Now, Threepwood has returned, and so has the Cloud of Pox. What a coincidence. And yet here he stands concocting fanciful stories of a human LeChuck, voodoo cutlasses, and a so-called Rock of Gelato.
Well, Threepwood, do you have any witnesses to your unlikely tale?
I do. She's... Wonder Bunny.
Avast, ye blubbering belugas! I'm sacking your port! Bring me all your spoils, swags, booty, and boodle!
Lane, less plunder, more bunny, please.
And you, me bonny lass, step into me captain's quarters and let me ravish you,
Oh,
silly.
boy.
Ah, to finally hold you in me arms again, it makes me want to... What's this? The scent of betrayal? Who is this tawdry wench?
Nobody. No one.
She'll die by me rusty blade!
There goes my witness.
Then she must be summoned. Bailiff, serve the woman immediately.
Yes, sir.
You'd better be using the voodoo summons. That saucy sea hag doesn't look like she be respecting the customs of pirate law.
Aye, aye, sir.
But first, hold the defendant's pox-spreading keister back to the brig.
All right, you. Stay put until I summon your ball and chain.
I wouldn't call her that. She
Ow!
might... Oof. Take exception. What happened to you?
Oh, I'll tell you what happened. Oh, I went to Club 41 to hand this summons to your better half, and she backhanded me right out of the bar.
Ouch.
If you want that banshee on the stand, you're gonna have to serve her yourself.
Ugh. Shibba was fun. That sneeze felt good.
Oh, I'm gonna go see if the local doctor can fix me jawbone.
What the?
Oh dear.
Oh, ladies' night.
Guybrush, your wife has lost her mind.
And you're about to lose a limb, you sea cow!
Elaine, sugar cakes, let's stop fighting and work this out over a nice cold light grog.
It's her head or yours, bilge boy!
Or you two can just figure out this little misunderstanding on your own. I'll be over here appreciating my head's ability to stay attached to my neck. A recipe for something called a Fat Island Fuzzy Nostril.
Oh.
Hey, Krebs.
What do you want?
You're not upset about the trial, are you?
Why would I possibly be upset by the fact that I hideously disfigured myself in a quest for long-delayed vengeance, only to have it cruelly snatched away at the last moment?
About your quest for vengeance? I'm afraid I still don't remember you.
You don't remember? How could you forget how you sank me marlin hunting ship off the coast of Snark Island? Or the time you framed me for mopery on Wurtling Shores?
Unless I've taken too many blows to the head, I'm pretty sure I've never been to any of those places or done any of those things.
Well, you may not remember Bosun Catherine C. Krebs, but you can be sure that there'll always be a black mark next to the name of Guybrush Q. Threepwood.
Wait, did you say Guybrush Q. Threepwood?
Aye, and a fouler name never escaped me lips.
But it's the wrong name. I'm Guybrush U. Threepwood.
What?
Yeah, your vendetta must be with the other Guybrush Threepwood. I should have realized. You know, this isn't the first time something like this has happened. I keep getting his mail, too. You're not still upset about the whole hideously scarring your leg in a bid to seek unholy vengeance against the wrong target thing, are you? Tell me, did it hurt
Did what hurt?
when you fell out of pirate heaven?
No, but this will.
Stay away from Guybrush, you sea hog!
Yikes!
Okay. So, did the sugar just fall off the chandelier? Yeah, it did.
Just what I always wanted. An ant-infested sack of sugar.
Oh, dear. No, we don't want molten wax. We already had that.
Occupied!
Sorry. A bartender's recipe for a Scab Island sling. Seems pretty simple.
Okay.
Judge Grindstump?
Oh, please, no need to be so formal. In here, I'm just plain old W.P. Grindstump, owner and proprietor of Club 41.
Barkeep, I'd like to order a drink.
Brilliant! Will you be paying with doubloons, triploons, coupons, or flats aiming fur shafts?
Actually, I'm a little light right now.
Oh, no problem. I'll start up a tab.
You will? That's so unlike, well, every place I've ever been in my life.
Well, it's not like you're going to skip town on me, am I right?
Can you make me one of these?
A Scab Island sling, eh? That'll be a snap.
Fine. I'll just be over.
Here you go. One Scab Island sling. Sweeter than a siren's song and deadlier than a kraken's kiss.
That was fast.
Arr! Libations! Ah, gimme!
Ew. What did you do in there?
Ew. What was that?
Okay, go back where you can see some books so I can get that.
Hey, what's this piece of paper stuck? It's a recipe for a drink called a Tri-Island Tuna Colada. Looks complicated.
Okay, cool. Can I just give the voodoo summons to Elaine? I assume I can't.
Hey, darling,
What?
would you mind taking this?
Only if you don't mind taking this!
Where can I put this? On the bar? I can't put it on the bar. On the dartboard?
Yikes!
Get out of the way, you blithering hunk of man meat!
I won't be able to get any closer to the dartboard with those hell kittens in the way.
How do I get them to move? Oh, hang on. I'll just talk to what's her face again. Because they weren't happy with their talk.
Hey, Krebs!
What do you want?
It's nice to see one female pirate in this bar isn't a fight-crazed wackadoodle.
Oh, I am. I'm just loading up on carbs before joining the fight. Doesn't pay to have a sugar drop in the middle of one of these things, you know.
What you gonna do with all that gold?
All what gold?
All that gold inside your chest.
Stay away from Guybrush, you sea hog! Arr!
Yikes!
Okay, so fuzzy nostril, tuna colada. Okay, so let's go ask for a tuna colada. Oh, right, I see what's happening. So I want to use the dartboard
Hey,
because
WB.
apparently
Captain Threepwood, what can I do you for?
that's what he uses because when I used it as an option, he went over to pin it there. But the girls are in the way fighting if they're on the bar, and if they're not on the bar, he's playing darts on it. So when I asked him to make me a drink, he said it looks like a simple recipe, and the guy was done in no time. So he was like, I'm just gonna stand over. Oh, I don't get a chance to do that. And then if I ask him for a drink, the women come and fight on the bar because they go libations. That's if it keeps happening. It might have only happened the first time or with that specific drink. So, would you mind me if I put stars for instance? Definitely doesn't. Yeah. So if I ask for a tuna
Barkeep,
colada,
I'd like
which
to
he
order a
said
drink.
What'll it be?
difficult.
Can you make one of these?
A Tri-Island Tuna Colada? Arr, that takes me back. I haven't made one of these since I was a bosun under Captain Bow.
But can you make one? I'm really in the mood.
Aye, but it'll take some doing to scrounge up the ingredients.
Take your time. I'll just put this here for safekeeping.
Done! One Tri-Island Tuna Colada. Now I can get back to me darts.
Arr! Libations! Ah, gimme!
So is this it now? No, it's not. Did Elaine jump on the dartboard when they moved this way? So if I talk to this...
Hey,
person-
Krebs.
What do you want?
Oh, okay, I have to flirt.
Hey, beautiful.
Stay away from Guybrush, you sea hog!
Oh no, she doesn't.
Yikes!
Okay, so...
Can you make one of these Fat Island fuzzy nostrils?
Aye, aye, Captain.
While you're making that, I'll just...
Order up. 1 Fat Island fuzzy nostril. Heavy on the fuzz.
That was absurdly fast.
Libations! Ah, gimme!
Do I need to talk to them so that they'll try and strike me and then a sword will hit the summons? Because when it was put on my hook...
Morgan, what do you think you're doing?
Don't ask me! Ask your crazy wife! I'm gonna run you through, you high seas hussy!
Okay. I assume I have to... say this to get her angry at me.
Elaine, you should know that Morgan and I spent a few nights together inside of a manatee.
Inside of a what? You're a dog, Guybrush Threepwood! Ah!
So if I keep being nice to Morgan, will Elaine...
Wow, Morgan, you're pretty handy with a sword.
Is that so? What else is she handy with? Ah!
Okay, so let's get them angry with me.
Elaine, Tucklebear, Morgan's
my
all bark
God.
and no bite.
You want bite? You got it! And I'll throw in the bark for free! Huh?
Good for nothing words getting in the way of my killing.
There we go.
Honey, you are formally summoned to appear before the court of Judge Grindstump in the case of the people of Flotsam versus Guybrush Threepwood, Mighty Pirate. TM.
Phew! Now I know who wears the daddy pants in the relationship.
You stay away from my boy's pants, or I'll hang you from my
You can
Jolly
watch this when I
Roger,
go
you
get the
Jezebel! And you, don't think you can totter around with some tart and not get a fistful of what?
She's a catch.
And conveniently not a rotten double-crosser.
I told you I had a job to do.
Sure, just doing your job. Tell me, aside from all the silver, how are the benefits?
Guybrush.
Do you get health care for the repetitive stress injuries caused by all the backstabbing and cutting off
Hey,
people's
Monster.
hands?
I said I was sorry.
Sorry? I can't pick my left nostril without risking a lobotomy.
Rob?
What if
What
I...
if nothing? Goodbye, Morgan. I've got a wife to cure and an island to save. Mrs. Threepwood.
Okay, it's at a pause so I can stop this while I go and sort out children's sleeping arrangements. So, Fred, the clever little devil, has figured out how to open baby gates. This is an issue because the only thing that was keeping him from escaping his room at night when he felt like he didn't want to go to sleep was the baby gate. So he's just been getting up, going into his sister's room, and then running around on the landing, coming in here, maybe trying to go into the upstairs bathroom. But I got them before they went into the upstairs bathroom and anywhere else. There's also a baby gate at the top of the stairs. So I've just had to tie his baby closed, and we've moved B's bed into his room so that they're both in the same room again, because he wants to get up and mingle with her and play games and stuff with her. And to be fair, first things in the morning when one or two of them wake up, they play together instead of crying for us, so that'll be good. The only downside is if one of them feels like being mean to the other, then they're trapped in a room together, so you know, we'll be woken by laughter or one of them shouting at the other or something like that. So I don't know, maybe they're old enough now to be enjoying each other's company, because they play around all the time with each other, and they're really lovely with each other. So I'm hoping that this is just the way things are, and they'll be happy together in that room, and they can play games together in the morning and things like that. So I've just tied a piece of yarn around his baby gate so that first thing in the morning they don't wake up and decide, let's wreak havoc on the house before waking mum and dad up. I tend to wake up around the same time that they do anyway, but you can never be too sure. I want my house to be a baby safe environment. I don't want to wake up to them crying because they've hurt themselves, or worse, like have a broken limb or something. So now that that's out of the way,
Please tell the court how this horrible pox is all LeChuck's fault.
LeChuck? That stick in the mud wouldn't know a good pox if it kicked him in the fundament. Heck, there wouldn't even be a pox if you'd gone through with the voodoo lady's recipe properly. But no, you had to wave that root beer bottle around like some sort of conquering hero. Oh, look at me! I be Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate! Next thing I know, you tried to replace root beer with root grog and bam! Pox all over the place. Not that I'm complaining, mind ya.
Okay.
she's not gonna help.
Honey, why don't you please tell everyone how I've been trying to find a cure for the pox?
Don't you honey me, you two-timing cannon scrubber. I bet all this talk of looking for La Esponja Grande was all plot to spend time canoodling with your little privateering she-slag.
La Esponja Grande, yes, it's right over there, see?
Sure it is.
Could you give the court some idea of what a fine, upstanding pirate your husband is?
Well, let's see. When I first met him, he was breaking into my mansion to steal a statue. Later, after shanghaiing a crew to take him to Monkey Island, he totally failed to rescue me from the evil clutches of the ghost pirate LeChuck, so I had to dress up a couple of monkeys in a bridal gown.
This may have been a bad line of questioning.
Then he left me hanging over a pit while he went looking for the treasure of Big Whoop. I didn't hear from him for 3 years after that. Turned me into a bleeding statue. Left the seat up. Oh, and that's not even mentioning all the times I found myself tied up, manacled, or otherwise incarcerated because of his blithering idiocy!
You're too good for him, love.
Shave his belly with a rusty razor.
I'd like a second to think about my next move, Your Honor.
Make it fast! Your character witness is oozing all over my courtroom!
We just use the Sponja Grande on Elaine.
Your Honor, Buccaneers of Flotsam, you all believe that I, Guybrush Threepwood, mighty pirate, have brought this horrible pox to your shores.
Off with it,
Run him off the
Feed him
plank!
to the jungle beast!
What if I were to tell you that I could tame this unruly witness, prove my good intentions, and begin the process of curing you all of this hideous voodoo pox, all in one fell swoop?
I don't know.
Feed him to the jungle beast!
Your Honor, I object. Defense is grasping at sponge-shaped straws here.
Denied! But get on with it, Captain! The hangman gets overtime if we keep him up after midnight!
With pleasure, Your Honor. Wenches and pirates, I give you Exhibit S, the wonder of La Esponja Grande.
I thought it'd be bigger.
Now behold, as a simple exfoliating motion of La Esponja Grande washes away the pox, restoring my wife to her usual, mostly pleasant demeanor.
Arr!
Sugar cakes?
Off with it, head!
Get that piece of seaweed off me, you deep-sea doily diver!
Does the defense have any other pointless arguments it would like to make?
This is sort of all I got.
Then, by the power vested in me by the put-upon pirates of Flotsam Island, I summarily sentence you to be hanged by your pox-spreading neck until you are... Right there.
What? Woof.
What is the meaning of this? My name is LeChuck, and I can tell you exactly what Guybrush did.
LeChuck? I thought he was a ghost.
I heard he was a zombie.
Don't listen to him!
You see, Your Honor, the pox is all my fault.
Listen to him!
For decades, I dabbled in the dark forces of voodoo, clamoring for power. I hungered for it. I yearned for it. I pillaged, plundered, and killed for it.
I can attest to all of this.
And it was my accumulated voodoo that infected you all. Dark, evil voodoo that was explosively released when I was once again defeated by the perpetually heroic Guybrush Threepwood.
He's not kidding. I've killed him like 5 times.
So you see, Guybrush Threepwood is not the source of this pox. I am. And I hereby throw myself upon the mercy of this court, or lack thereof.
Off with your head!
But wait, there's more. It turns out I had an unknown silent power urging me down those darkened voodoo corridors. A power far more insidious than I could ever hope to be. I submit to the court this journal, property of the... Quiet up there!
Voodoo lady.
Voodoo lady.
Ooh, that creepy lady who lives in the shack?
What the what?
In these pages you will find detailed plans, laid out by the Voodoo Lady over the course of many years, to manipulate my never-ending rise to power. My hunger for voodoo, my seemingly endless cycle of ironically comical death and disturbing resurrection. My obsession with the darling Elaine. It's all because of her.
Off with her head!
Into the jungle beast!
Can't be true, can it?
Order! Order! I hereby call for the release of Guybrush Threepwood and the immediate imprisonment of LeChuck and the Voodoo Lady! To the brig with both of them!
Oh, I've had it up to me eye patch with all this land-loving lollygagging. I'm off to plunder me some treasure.
Don't worry about me, my friend. Go cure your wife.
Go get the engagement ring.
Well, I'm finally free, but now my pox-crazed wife is nowhere to be found. A mad scientist is hunting her for who knows what reason, and the legendary voodoo sponge that was supposed to cure her has turned out to be useless. Under normal circumstances, I'd ask the voodoo lady for help, but she's sitting in the jail cell next to my archenemy, who may or may not be my best friend, after it's been revealed that she's been the secret power behind most of my travails over most of my life as a pirate. Maybe I should have been a beekeeper like my Uncle Sid.
Oh, he's got the engagement ring. Okay. Your Uncle Sid sounds awesome, by the way. Let's ask the voodoo lady.
Hey, you!
Hello, Threepwood.
You sent me on a wild albatross chase for La Esponja Grande and promised me it would cure the pox. But after fending off sexually ambiguous merpeople, a giant manatee, and your crazy ex-boyfriend, what do I get for my trouble? This sorry excuse for a kitchen sponge.
La Esponja.
Ah, I noticed you strategically left out the Grande from this worthless piece of junk. Once it cured my piddly leftover pox, it didn't have enough mojo left to cure Elaine.
It's not worthless. It is merely young. It must be brought to maturity in order to reach its voodoo-absorbing potential.
Brought to maturity? How am I supposed to do that? Give it a talk about the sponge birds and sponge bees?
Like all infants, La Esponja needs nourishment. It must be fed 6 special voodoo courses to bring it to adult size.
What sort of meal is that?
A feast for the senses. The menu, Threepwood. Take it, and served a sponge a meal unlike any other.
And then?
It will grow.
Hey, neat. There's a map of the Flotsam Jungle on the cover. No more listening to bees and birds and boars for this mighty pirate.
Oh dear. First course, put a napkin that's a sight, a garnish cloth grotesquely bright. Second course, antipasta jungle meat, gives off a smell like stinky feet. Okay, so sight. Garnish cloth. Put on a napkin. So the garish. There's a garnish first time. Garish napkin. Okay. Smell. Jungle meat. Oh, this is where I'm gonna have to find the jungle beast, isn't it? Jungle meat. Before the main course, cleanse your palate with a taste. Hit you like a mallet. So I assume spice. Brain. Main course will cause quite a flap. Usual map. Oh shit. 6 cents. Map. Shocking dessert. And the sound. To cheer or belch so loud that all can hear. Here. Belch? Question mark? Okay. Once completed in order, your wee beastie will grow to maturity. Substitutions encouraged. Substitutions encouraged.
Well, that's odd. It's like a whole new map now.
Oh, shitballs. Oh, I'm gonna have to do this. Okay, so first.
I better fold this up before I put it in my pocket.
Okay, so first. I think the choke.
I have no desire whatsoever to see Stan's living arrangements.
No, I want to see this.
I have no desire whatsoever to see Stan's living arrangements.
What is a voodoo lady now?
Stan!
Threepwood! No hard feelings over all those various civil and criminal charges?
Water under the bridge.
Great.
A bridge with a fast-talking shyster/salesman dangling from it. Still trying to make a buck on my recently cleared name?
Nah, I sold all that junk to that Doro sap. I moved on to the next trial of the century. Flotsam Island versus LeChuck and the Voodoo Lady.
Have the Voodoo Lady and LeChuck been put on trial yet?
Have they? It's the trial of the century.
Wait, I thought I was the trial of the century.
Yesterday's news, Threepwood.
How are sales going now?
Great! People can't get enough of the Voodoo Lady's murky moral ambiguity, mysterious unexplored backstory, and her ample...
La 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 la, I'm not listening, la la la.
Voodoo
He's
charms.
supposed.
And as for LeChuck, well, let's just say the Lady Pirates love a tale of redemption. The whole bad boy made good angle.
Ah. So, what kind of case are you building against LeChuck and the Voodoo Lady?
Oh, I'm not prosecuting them. I'm defending them.
What? Why?
Why do I do anything, Threepwood? Money! Pieces of 8! Filthy lucre! That Voodoo Lady babe is loaded! Funny thing though, she only let me take the case if I defend LeChuck too.
Funny like a peg leg. What kind of souvenirs could you possibly be making out of the Voodoo Lady and LeChuck?
Oh, ye of little faith! Feast your eyes on the all-new People vs. LeChuck and the Voodoo Lady collection!
Pin?
What's this?
That's a little decorative pin I've whipped up.
Trial of the Century 2. Electric Voodoo Loop.
We're still working on a title.
Electric Boogaloo.
What's that one?
That's our Cursed Cutlass of Cthulhu LeChuck doll. Press the button for its special transforming glow.
What's happening?
It's a little bright.
Yeah, we're still working out a few kinks.
What's that?
It's my entrancing Voodoo Lady dashboard good luck charm.
Disturbing. On second thought,
Say no more.
Can I have your jacket?
I don't suppose you'd be willing to sell me your eye-bending jacket.
Give up my jacket? That'd be like Samson getting a buzz cut, or King Arthur losing Excalibur, or Bluebeard dyeing himself blonde.
Huh?
Without my jacket, my salesman mojo would wither away faster than a hothouse orchid in a pizza oven.
So that's a maybe? Have you seen my wife?
Have I? That crazy sea devil hit me up for one of my patented and perfectly passable porcelain power pirate treasure maps before hightailing it for the jungle. If we're lucky, that thing will keep her going around in circles for weeks.
Hey, you! Again!
Hello, Treepwood.
About this feast for the senses,
What would you like to know?
the first course in the feast for the senses, the napkin. What's up with that?
The table must be set with an eye-catching napkin to entice the sponge's hunger.
The antipasta? Explain.
With the table set, a powerful aroma must encourage the appetite to grow.
I think my nose has been in shock since traversing the inside of a manatee.
I'm sure you will find something.
Can you tell me about the palate cleanser?
Before the main course, the palate must be scalded clean by a powerful taste.
Ooh,
Yeah, spice.
like grog?
No, not at all like grog.
It says here that course 4, the main course, is the sixth sense. It doesn't even make sense.
Ah, but it does. For where the other 5 senses are limited to the finite experiences of the present, the sixth sense satiates the appetite for the infinite possibilities of the future.
Ostrom.
Future? How do I feed something the future?
You already hold the answer to that question.
I assume it's the map.
What about the dessert? This is one hungry sponge.
Ah, what is your favorite thing about dessert, Guybrush?
Running out before the check arrives?
No, it is the pleasurable shock of something different.
Ah. It says the feast for the senses ends with a bellowing belch.
Do not worry about this. If you provide La Esponja the first 5 courses, the location of the final course will undoubtedly reveal itself.
Ah, my favorite type of responsibility. The one that takes care of itself.
Okay.
Alright, enough about the feast for now. You've been lying to me about LeChuck all these years.
My ways are my own, Guybrush, but rest assured I have never lied to you.
You're lying right now. All this time, I thought LeChuck was an inhuman monster. Actually, he was an inhuman monster, but only because you made him that way.
Did I? Or was I merely playing my role in a much larger play?
Stop trying to confuse me. We're tired of being puppets in your chess game.
This is no game, Treepwood.
open. They've opened the bedroom door and they're at it playing. So if I hear a baby gate go, I just hit baby gate go. It's got the John on it though, so you can't open it fully, but he's clearly learned how to open it. Okay, hello. So, my children have decided to show their complete disinterest in the new bedroom system by standing at the gate and shouting at me. So I sent them back to bed, and they're now playing in the room. So I've just sat here and chilled out for a bit, doing my nails, while keeping an ear out for them. Just in case they wanted to kick off or something again. So, we can continue this dialogue tree with the voodoo lady and speak to the Chuck and do the dialogue with him. And then if my children get upset in the meantime, we can always stop and start again. So, let's continue talking.
I met Coronado de Cava.
My beloved, how was he?
Mad. Bipolar. Life ruined. Just another pawn sacrificed in your theater of the damned.
I never meant to cause him harm.
Sure you didn't. Have you seen Elaine? Of course, even if you have, I won't believe you.
So whether I have or have not does not matter.
Well, if you do, tell LeChuck and then have him tell me. So, when I was with DeCava, you might have felt something strange happen.
Ah, you are no doubt alluding to your brief possession of my physical form.
Ha! How did it feel to be the Manipulate Ted instead of the Manipulator for once?
It was curiously liberating.
You're weird.
Okay. Apparently that's a fingernail dryer. I'll believe it when it works. Let's see this one.
You corrupted LeChuck and sent him out to torment me and Elaine for years. I'll never trust you again.
I don't require your trust, Treepwood. Only your heroism.
You've been lying to me about LeChuck all these years.
My ways are my own, Guybrush, but rest assured I have never lied to you.
You're lying right now. All this time, I thought LeChuck was an inhuman monster. Actually, he was an inhuman monster, but only because you made him that way.
Did I? Or was I merely playing my role in a much larger play?
Stop trying to confuse me. We're tired of being puppets in your chess game.
This is no game, Treepwood.
Okay, so. I'll set everything.
Try not to get executed before I cure Elaine.
As you wish.
Speak to Chuck.
LeChuck!
Guybrush!
I would have bet my good hand I'd never say this, but thank you
For what? I've caused you nothing but despair.
for taking the fall back there, and for exposing the voodoo lady. I don't know what to make of any of it, but now I can focus on saving Elaine and dealing with the pox.
It is the very least I could do. But be careful, Guybrush.
I'm always careful.
This from the guy who proposed to his wife with the cursed engagement ring you stole from my hold?
Is that a dig? Is the evil demon pirate LeChuck developing a sense of humor? This is weird. Where have you been? I thought you were with Elaine.
Well, after leaving Spinner Cay, Elaine and I set out to finish releasing all those monkeys I'd captured. After we were finished releasing the last of them, Elaine caught wind of your trial, went into a poxed rage, seized a passing clam schooner, and made a beeline for Flotsam Island.
That's my girl.
Needless to say, I took my own vessel and headed after her. But in the middle of the night, my ship was sunk by a rogue wave. I was washed up on an island of cannibals, from whom I deftly escaped, using many of the self-same skills you taught me back on the Jerkbait Islands.
You know, it's amazing how easily man-eating tribes can be reasoned with.
Knowing I needed to get here more than ever, I lashed together a few bits of cannibal leftovers and warthog sinew to build a makeshift raft. Unfortunately, that was soon eaten by the sharks.
Oh no!
So I swam. I swam as fast as I could for 3 days.
And arrived just in time to save me from the gallows. Nicely done, buddy.
I love how we're getting with LeChuck now.
Have you seen Elaine?
No, not since she left me in a poxed rage.
She's been doing a lot of that lately. I can't believe the voodoo lady has been pulling your ghostly / demonic strings all these years.
It came as a shock to me as well. But her diary spells it all out. You, me, Elaine, we're all part of the voodoo lady's malevolent plans.
Malevolence is in the eye of the beholder, Guybrush Threepwood. I know this is difficult to understand, but things are not as they seem.
No, things seem remarkably convoluted, which is what I've come to expect from you.
I've always had your best interests at heart.
Well, what about my interests? Without your meddling, I could have lived a normal, happy pirate's life.
Ha! The destiny of LeChuck has never been normal.
I risked life, limb, and manatee to get La Esponja Grande, and it's a puny, worthless lump.
What?
Soak up the gargantuan wonder that is La Esponja Grande.
That is La Esponja Grande? But wasn't it supposed to hold infinite amounts of voodoo?
I know. What a crock.
The size of the sponge is meaningless. It is what you do with it that matters.
Oh, yeah?
Well, you fight like a...
Look at them buddying up.
Sit tight, buddy. Once I save Elaine, you're next.
Don't worry about me.
Okay, so eyes is definitely going to be Stan's horrific outfit. So I think we're going to need like a knife or something to cut a square off it because he won't give it to us.
What was that? Huh. Something sure shoved a short sword up his aft sail.
Okay, so let's go see what just happened. I heard a paper flutter, which makes me think there's paper nearby. It's a mouse.
What the? Morgan! What happened?
Went to get your hand.
You didn't have to do that.
Had to pay you back for all the trouble. Found Jacques. He told me.
What?
He told me.
What? What did the monkey tell you? Singe.
We're gonna get you to Sange. Have you heard Beatrix? Mum, Daddy.
The Empiridae flotzimus sucrosus, the flotsam jungle firefly, are a common sight in flotsams jungles, which they never leave. Although possessing no natural enemies, the flotzimus sucrosus has a notorious sweet tooth, drawing it inexorably to bodies of sugar water. It looks like Desinge is using my hand to make something called the jus de vie. fake alien wind control device? What is that creep doing with it now? That doesn't look good.
Okay. The skeleton's not
Did the
doing
Singe
well.
murder you too? Lepidoptera flotzimus accelerus. Like many of its more common cousins, the sharp-toothed Flotsam Island moth has a penchant for noshing on articles of clothing. Where Flotzimus accelerus differs is in the pain of its bites, which can be quite annoying, and the rapidity of its meals. A swarm of flotsam moths can strip a man down to his undergarments in mere seconds, assuming the notoriously finicky moths approve of his wardrobe, of course.
Okay, so.
This must have been broken in the fight between Morgan and DeSinge. I hope the vole escaped.
What's this?
Auto trepanation helmet.
I'm saving in case this kills me. When Guybrush finally tries to use La Esponja Grande on the extremely pox-ridden Elaine, nothing happens. Luckily, LeChuck arrives just in time to save Guybrush from the gallows, nobly throwing himself and the voodoo lady on the mercy of Flotsam's execution-happy legal system. With his oldest friend and oldest enemy now in prison, Guybrush must figure out what went wrong with the sponge so that he can finally cure the pox of LeChuck. Okay. Let's continue. So let's press buttons.
Ow! What? My thumb!
Ooh. Okay, first tongue. First button, tongue. Numb tongue. Okay, so what's this second button do?
Blah. Ow! What the?
Second button, shrink. Oh god. Can we deal with the matter I've figured out these four controls, give them snuggles and read them a bedtime story.
Ow! Ah! I'm blind! Ugh.
Third button, blind. I assume we need the first one to taste the something like whatever the spicy ingredient is for the taste part of
Ow! Whoa!
yeah.
Help?
Okay. So we just need the numb tongue. We don't need to shrink or do anything else. Especially since he immediately disappears.
DeSinge will pay for this.
Oh, Guybrush looks so sad. Okay, so is that everything we need? Back room.
It's locked.
Come on, Guybrush. Come on. Easily unlocked door, did that say?
Oh no. This is where the Marquis keeps all the severed limbs of the pirates he's operated on. Hey, you never know when a sack of severed legs is gonna come in handy. Or footy, as the case may be. Sorry.
Where's our hand? Oh, God. Okay, so let's escape. Door to disturbing room. Okay. Exit. Like the disturbing room. Well, do I need to like take Morgan's sword or do something?
What the? What happened to Morgan's body?
What? What?
Refreshing. Refreshing.
Okay.
It looks like Desinge is using my hand to make something called the Jus de Vie.
Okay, so let's exit and save so that I can go after babies. They seem to be playing right now. But I'm tired. And it's 10:30. They have been resisting sleep now 2.5 hours because their bedtime is 8. So it was nice seeing you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope whatever's gonna happen in your like day, week, month, whatever is gonna be great. I hope you have a great time. So I will be back shortly with the next installment of Tales of Monkey Island. And we'll figure out what these senses are. I remember like the taste one, I'm pretty sure, is a chili eating competition. But oh, I know sight is Stan's jacket. I assume I have to use moths. The moths that we found in Singe's thing, which are found in the jungles of Flotsam, on it. So we'll have to use a light source to like capture them and get them to come with us and use them on Stan's jacket. Smell, I assume that's the jungle beast. I'm just gonna write it down. That's Stan's jacket. The jacket is confirmed because Stan you can ask Stan if you can have his jacket and he says no. Pepper contest. The Sixth Sense. I remember that being a real pain in the arse because you have to forward the map in specific ways, and the only way you know if you've got it right is like that sort of jungle thing that happened when we used like the map on the well in the first bit. But I don't know what the Sixth Sense is, so we have to just figure out how to use the map for that. Touch, no idea. Belch, apparently that'll come to fruition after we've done everything else. So I think I'm going to be doing the Garsh napkin. That's fine as long as we can find the moths. So we have to go find moths. And maybe trap the fireflies so that the moths will come to the fireflies, but then I feel like the moths will just eat the fireflies since it said that they have a painful bite. So I don't know what we're supposed to do there. We couldn't take the jar that was in Singe's office to be able to put real live fireflies in. Instead he would just talk about them again. So there's that. So yeah, we'll see. Bye.